Welcome everybody to the Single and Stiletto Show. I'm Suzanne Oshima and I'm a life and love transformational coach and founder of Single and Stilettos. Today we have a very special guest, Sandra Fidelis, and she's a transformational coach. And today we're talking about the secret to attract a commitment-minded man, because I've been hearing all too often from my audience that this is a frustration of theirs. So Sandra is going to help you with some tips here. But before she does, Sandra, I would love for you to tell our audience a little bit about you and how you became a transformational coach.
Hi, Suzanne. Thanks for having me. So I became a transformational coach through my own need to heal myself and the relationships I was experiencing. I decided to get into coaching and leave my corporate job probably about 8 years ago. And I knew that the first focus of my coaching business would be love and relationships because of my questions around that.
And because you solved it in your own life, of course, you became a coach around it. So that totally
Absolutely.
makes sense.
Uh-huh.
So, can you tell us the secret to attracting a commitment-minded man?
So the secret is that the first step really is going internally, going inside. It's really about figuring out what are those core beliefs you have about yourself and relationships, and really what's possible for you that are creating an attraction to or bringing in men who are not commitment, ready. So that's number one, really going inside and looking at those core beliefs.
Yeah, because I think that a lot of women think that the common denominator is really the men, but what you're saying is it all starts within.
Exactly, right. Exactly. So it's not really about those, getting a better dating profile or dating tips. It's really about like what are the subconscious beliefs I have around relationships and what I deserve in relationships that are driving my experience with men.
Right. Okay. So, what's your second tip to attract a commitment-minded man?
So the second tip is to, once you have this knowledge, once you understand what it is that is going on under the surface for you, then it's really about figuring out what do you want to create instead, right? So what is it that you want to experience in a relationship? The deeper, the deeper version of that, not like the checking off of lists around what you want him to look like and how much money you want him to make, but really like what do you want to experience in this relationship? How do you want to be treated by this man? And once you know that, you have those deeper questions, it's really about shifting your subconscious beliefs to match that so that you can just naturally start to attract men who are on that level.
That's so important because it's not about the superficial things and checking off those things on that list. It's about something deeper and how he makes you feel and how he treats you and how the relationship is, right?
Absolutely. It is.
Okay, so what's your third and last tip on how to attract a commitment-minded man?
So my third and last tip is really opening yourself up. And I say opening up the channels for him to come into your life or for him to be able to find you, because you're not gonna he's likely not gonna knock on your door one day. You're gonna have to put yourself out there a little bit and go outside your comfort zone, and that may be you taking up certain activities where the type of men that you want to be in a relationship with would be, or it could mean that you start dating online if you're not, right? So it's really just about opening up the opportunities for you to meet this man.
Yep, and that is so true because as crazy as it sounds, sometimes when I ask a potential client, well, what are you currently doing to meet the right man? And then they're like, well, nothing.
Yeah.
And they kind of just wait for it to happen. It's not, I hate to say it, ladies, but this is actually true. Back 20, 30, 40 years ago, things would happen more organically. But it's not that way anymore, is that now you have to make an effort. You have to get out there and start taking action because just sitting around is not going to make it happen. I hate to say it.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, we are in an era where we have amazing tools at our disposal to meet people all over the world and in our backyards. And if you can meet the person who's right for you in a short amount of time, like who doesn't want that opportunity? Who doesn't want to take advantage of that?
Exactly. And I love that you said that we do. We have amazing tools these days to meet the right man and get into that relationship that a lot of people didn't have 20, 30, 40 years ago. And it actually can be easier. People think it's harder. It's actually easier now.
Yeah, it is.
So, these have been some great tips. So, Sandra, can you tell our audience about the free gift that you have for them?
Yeah, absolutely. So I have been working with women for about 8 years, and I have spoken to hundreds and hundreds of women and coached um, over 100 women. And I have come up with a system or a way to identify why women are blocked in love, and it's called the four love archetypes. And I created a quiz around the four love archetypes that will show you exactly which archetype you fit into. And once you take that quiz, you're going to get a free report that's going to show you what archetype you belong in or you identify most with, and it's going to give you tips as to how to shift out of that archetype and into the relationship you want.
Awesome. So, ladies, if you would like Sandra's free gift, you can click right below the video to get her free gift. Or if you're listening to the podcast, just go to singleandstilettos.com, look for Sandra Fidelis' interview, and you can get her free gift too. So thanks everybody for joining us on the Single on Stilettos show. Our show is available both in video format and podcast format. If you would like to view the videos, you can go to singleonstilettos.com. If you'd like to get the podcast, you can download it from iTunes. And if you would like to get our free gift, the Secrets About Men video series, you can click right here on the video, or you can go to singleonstilettos.com.